investors, and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. And today, friends, we are going to talk about the emergence, finally, of a theme in the market, as well as inflation. But before we get to that, you know the drill. Like, subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more proprietary content. Now, as I mentioned, finally, after maybe even a year, there is a strong theme in the market, and that is in the form of copper. Yes, that base commodity has finally really broken out, and I definitely draw your attention to in US dollars above that critical $4 a pound mark. And not only that, the volume in futures contract on the CME has been huge, 4, 5, 6 times normal, even up to 10 times normal volume. So it is a true breakout. And I think what's important to note is that the long-term supply demand of copper has always been very favorable, but as many investors know, the share prices and the equities have been weak, and the commodity has been somewhat weak over the last 18 months. But now that's changed. And of course, it could go back. We don't know. But it is the first time in a very long time that we are noticing a true strong dynamic in the market. And what's also exciting is that there are shares on the ASX in which we can take advantage and express this view. And now back to inflation. Inflation is running hotter than what consensus would put up in the form of even just this morning, PPI, the producer price index, came in at 0.6% versus 0.3%. And there is a feeling that rate cuts are going to come later in the year. But at the same time, equity prices are not really selling off. And what we're watching is to see, are these higher, I should say, interest rates for longer, are they somewhat baked into equity prices already? Well, we don't know, but it's something we're watching. But now to turn it back, as always, onto placements for the week and capital markets, I'll turn it to you, Sean.
Thanks, Greg. And it's great to see some action back in the market. Yesterday, we saw a rare earth favourite get government funding, and it went up about 40%. Copper's gone nuts this week, and all the punters are buying copper stocks. And I'm just enjoying my coffee from Damn Good, which is Damn Good in Elstonwick. Let's take a look at the screens. Let's start with the 180 Markets website, where we are live with Aura Energy. They're raising $16 million at 18 cents a share. That's an 18% discount to the last price of 22 cents. This is a little uranium company. It has a market cap of 130 million, so not too small, and the deal is coming with 3 for 4 options. Now, this week was a pretty busy week in capital raises. On Monday, Lake Resources raised $15 million at 7 cents a share. Now, a lot of you will remember Lake Resources. They hit $2.50 about 2.5 years ago. Back in the good old days, everyone's favorite lithium stock, but all the way down to 7 cents now, where they're raising money at only $163 million market cap. DXB was an extremely popular capital raise. Almost everyone got extremely scaled back or zero. This is a biotech stock that's had some good results recently. They raised money at 0 discount, which is always a great sign. $20 million was raised, and the share's only trading at 32, which is a bit strange given how popular the raise was. BDG raised money at 2 cents, not one I know a lot about. Paincheck PCK placed their shortfall from the SPP, and then they did a top-up placement as well. That was done at 2.51 cents. AMD hit the market this week, Arrow Minerals. Their last raise was done at 0.1. This raise done 5 times higher, which is amazing, at 0.5. They raised $10 million, so well done to Arrow. Looks like they've definitely turned the corner. What else do we have? TVN raised $5 million. Great that 180 Markets is getting access to all of these. MAU, another one we had access to, raised money at 90 cents, $10 to $12 million. I think they did take $12 million, and that one was also heavily oversubscribed. And then finally, SYR, They raised money of 55 cents. Now, Siri used to be trading a lot higher many years ago. This is the one that Tolga Kamova made his fortunes on. Movers this week, and there were quite a few. Between copper stocks and rare earth stocks, there was a lot happening on the market. Arafura, which is a rare earth stock, had a $533 million funding package from the government, which is always great to see. If we take a look at their chart, this is a yearly chart. It went up from 15 cents and hit a high yesterday of 28 cents. They're down a little bit today, but they were trading at 50 cents a year ago. So yeah, it's great to see the government supporting smaller companies like this in Australia, and especially resource companies. There was a bit of a follow-on then in rare earths. We won't look too closely at that, but we're going to take a close look at copper. Now, one of my favorite stocks, CPO, a copper stock, it's down today, but it had a pretty big run up this week, just as copper heated up. It started the week at 3 cents and hit 5.1 yesterday. Now, another very big mover has been 29M. Now, the yearly chart looks terrible, but they may have hit the bottom. We saw recently one of their largest shareholders sell out, but yeah, this is a copper company that's become very popular with the traders. They almost hit 50 cents yesterday, but they fell a bit short, but trading very well. Now, another copper company, Aris Resources, take a look at that chart as well, been very disappointing over the last year, but maybe, just maybe, the lows have been reached. They hit 15 cents during the week and currently 13.5. So yeah, people are really loving these copper stocks. Big mover today. It's definitely not copper. 5GG, Pentanet. I've never got why Pentanet has the code 5GG, but if you do know, please let us know. They are up a massive 70% this morning after a pretty positive announcement, and they signed an agreement with NVIDIA. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, and I'm sure my daughter knows who they are, but yeah, she can correct me on that later. KAL, big mover this morning as well. They are up 45%. Shallow Gold at their Kerguelen Gift and Providence project. Excuse my pronunciation today. Yeah, a lot of people could do better than me. Finally, we're going to take a look at one of our little babies, AVE. They had a pretty positive announcement this week, how they are pushing forward on their phase 3 trials for insomnia. So they had a bit of a move on volume, but phase 3, they've got a very small market cap of $12 million. And we will be speaking with Paul Gavin, the CEO, either next week or the week after. So keep your eye on the live stream announcements. Thanks for watching the wrap. As we have seen, there were quite a few movers, and we really hope it continues. I'm still drinking my coffee, so if you're watching till here, you've been sitting for a lot longer than me. Have a good weekend, everyone.